'cause I'm just saying, babe, I'm just saying. Someone give me some papers, someone give me some crayons. I'm feeling like a child, I need something to play on. I'm trying hard to trust you when you say give me your hand. Baby, I'm falling, I hope you catch me when
Hey guys, it's Mimi1239 here, and I'm here to and I'm here to give you guys my review video to Girl Meets World of Terror 3. Yes, okay. Before I start this video, or before I start my recap part of this video, I was requested by one of my viewers to make a video where I discuss all of the Girl Meets World of Terror episodes, give my opinion on them, and why I think they either should be like official Halloween episodes or not, whether I think they're good or not, and also like whether I think they should continue doing them, you know. I will be talking about that later. Hopefully that will be like a Halloween episode, I don't know. Halloween video, I don't know. I'm not really into Halloween, so I don't know. So yeah, so now let's get into this recap. So this episode starts with, I've already seen this part in the sneak peek, except I feel like they omitted some stuff from the sneak peek. So they start off with a classroom scene as per usual. Riley, Maya, and everybody else, and Corey is teaching. I think he's teaching about Isaac Newton. I just realized that Zay wasn't in this episode, even though he was mentioned. I kind of wanted him to be in the episode, obviously, and he's never been in a Halloween episode either, so that would have been fun to have him there. Anyway, I don't really know why this part really has much to do with the whole episode, because Riley and Maya and everybody else say that they don't want to go trick-or-treating anymore because they're old enough like to not do that anymore. Like they just don't want to do that. I think the last time I went trick-or-treating was, I think, 13, 12. I think I was in like grade 7 or 8. I don't remember anymore, but I went with my sister and her friends, and we basically didn't get that much candy because we were older. My sister was like 2 years older than me, so last time she went trick-or-treating was like when she was 15. No shame, because she loves candy, and I do too. Candy here is great. So they don't want to go trick-or-treating anymore. Maya says, well, small potatoes, that's not significant to them anymore. They just don't want to go, and that's not a big deal to them anymore. But Corey starts his lesson off with what Maya says about small potatoes and about how things can impact how your life will turn out. So all decisions are not just small decisions. Small decisions can make very big impacts. That's basically what the lesson is about, and Farkle explains it in his scientific way, and Smackle as well. They hit Lucas over the head. Riley says that her relationship with Maya is more important than her relationship with Lucas, and I cannot say that I disagree, but what I can say is that they kind of made Lucas seem like he's not important, which I don't like, because he kind of is important, especially now with Riley, because what was the whole point of the triangle? I'm not saying that she should disregard Maya as being like her most important thing, but it kind of confuses me, because if she really thinks that Lucas is not very important, at least second best, then why are they in the relationship? You know, I don't know. I think that's really weird. I don't know. I got a weird feeling when they were talking like that, and Lucas was like, what? But I do agree that friendship should come first before relationships. And yeah, Lucas calls Riley Riles, and he calls Maya Peaches, and indicating that what would happen if Riley and Maya never met, which is a story that I am writing, and I did not know that this was going to be the plot of this episode until like a month ago, I think, which is interesting, because that's what always, like, whenever I read a story, it seems like the writers are doing the same thing. But yeah, so this is basically it. So Riley and Maya did not meet. Augie, he's always been the host of every like Halloween episode, so he's now a ghost, because I remember the first Halloween episode he was dressed like a vampire, and the second one he was like a scarecrow, and then this one he is a ghost. That actually plays a lot into what happens in the episode, his costume. So then we see that what happens if Maya and Riley did not meet, and Riley closed the window to not let any strangers in, or just to keep the window closed. Maya is not able to come in, and Riley's like carelessly playing with her bear, so she ends up not having the bear destroyed, because Maya obviously did not exist in Riley's life. Maya did not have Augie eat the face of the bear accidentally, so she still has the bear, and that's basically her only friend in this whole world. And there's some like encounters, exchanges between Maya and Riley, like when they're older, and now Maya is very like punk rock-ish and very bad ASS, you know. And basically Farkle, he's a geeky one. I guess he never became Riley's friend, which in my story, sorry for promoting this, but in my story, when I thought about what would happen if Riley did not meet Maya, then what would actually happen is Sparkle and Riley would become closer, because regardless if Maya did not come into Riley's life, she still met Farkle. Corey and Minkus are still friends, so how could they not meet, you know? And how could Farkle go to the same school as Riley without them interacting in some way, you know? You get it? I don't know. It's weird. And the way they introduced Minkus, it seemed like Corey didn't know that Minkus was Farkle's father. That's back in season 1. Anyway, Lucas is the cowboy lone star. Smackle is very, very geeky. Yeah, Augie's like, you guys are gonna be scared, and I didn't know what he meant by that. Oh, okay. That scared me. I thought there was someone over there. I'm like, there's no one home, okay? They're constructing there. I'm really sorry. Farkle is obviously, he's a geeky one, obviously. Did I say obviously twice? 3 times now. He turned into this crazy, geeky person, nerdy person that has a clock on his chest. What the heck was that? And he has the same hair that he had before. Remember when he cut it like casually, it got just shorter in season 2? It just got shorter, and then season 3 it like, now he has the Farkle hair again. I don't miss that. Corey is teaching them not about their lives, about facts, dates, and times. History class has become an actual history class, not about a philosophy class, just a history class that doesn't have to involve their lives. I don't know how I feel about that. I'll see what other people think, I guess. We're used to Corey teaching about life. Feeny did more facts than life, and I feel like Corey is the opposite. Like, he's way too into the life part about history. Obviously, Feeny was more like a teacher than Corey is. Maya makes Riley spitball at Lucas. Lucas is very scary. He looks very intimidating. So then Riley asks Corey to try to teach them about their lives, and he's like, what? The secret of life is about dates and facts and times, and that's it. But he tries to reconsider it, which we will later see what happens later. We find out here that Riley has been doing Maya's homework. Maya's like, wait, this looks like a B-. Like, this looks like better than a C+. Riley's like, yeah, it's a B-. Maya doesn't want that because she doesn't want Corey or her other teachers to see that she has potential. She just wants to be like the lowlife, the one that doesn't do good in school. But Riley sees more in her, even though they're not even friends. Maya says, if Corey asks me to answer a question, if he picks on me, then you're dead. And Riley's a duck. Lucas tells Riley to not let Maya intimidate her, to try to stick up for herself, and Riley says, you want to be a zookeeper or something, and she wouldn't say veterinarian, which is like what he told her he was gonna be. And it's weird how we're finally getting some like alone time with them. I mean, not that we haven't had that in like Girl Meets Bear, but we're having more of that, which I think is a good thing. It's a positive thing because they are supposed to be a couple. I did like their interactions in this scene, the one where like they're like holding the flashlight and like making it scary. I like that because we haven't had many funny moments between Lucas and Riley, you know. So then we find out here with Augie, Topanga, and Ava, and Doi as well. I didn't know Doi was gonna be in this episode, and I didn't even know the little girls were gonna be in this episode. My heart. And I love the little kids, by the way. I love Doi and I love the little girls. Doi is apparently now with Ava. Augie's like, wait a minute, what about me? And then he realizes that nobody can hear him, and he realizes that he actually is a ghost and it's not just a costume, which I don't really understand because he's telling a story, so how can that actually be reality? You know, how did he not know that this was actually gonna affect him? One of the things that I was very confused about is how is it that because Riley and Maya did not meet, Augie was not gonna be born or he wasn't conceived? I don't get it. Is there an explanation? Can someone give me something? But then I like this part where Riley was like, I squeezed a squirrel and that's why I was late, and that's animal abuse. Augie tries to get Smackle and Farkle together and it doesn't work, but I love the Smackle and Farkle moments in this part. Some of them were awkward. He tries to get Riley and Maya in the same bay window together and tries to get them to talk because he sent Maya a message forging it as Riley's writing or something, I don't know. But she comes in, Maya starts to threaten Riley again and say, you don't know me, so stop trying to be my friend. I don't need friends. Stop thinking that you know me. Something I forgot about what Lucas said was why he was a loner is because he had a friend in Texas, which was obviously something happened between them, so now he's alone, but we didn't get a lot of explanation with that. Okay, so this is the part where Augie starts to see that he's disappearing. Maya's gonna beat up Riley after school at 3 o'clock because Corey picked on her. and that's what she said she was gonna do if he did. Riley is telling Corey something about people change people, obviously, and he realizes that he needs to teach about life in his classrooms and mix it all up, I guess, I don't know, and that's important to Riley, and he realizes that, and he writes on the board, secret of life, people seem to change people, which means it seems like they do, you know? So this is a possibility that they seem to change. That's what he's observing. And I like the moment where he's writing on the board because we don't get a lot of that. He just writes one word and that's his class. You know, where are the notes? Why doesn't anybody in this class take notes? I don't know. We go to a scene with Augie saying goodbye to all like the furniture, saying, bye couch, I'm sorry I left crumbs in you. I just wanted to give you some food. He said bye to the fireplace. I didn't even know you were there, that we had one. That was funny because I'm like, yeah, I didn't even know you guys had one, so like, why don't you use it? Ava breaks up with Doi because Doi is kind of annoying to her and doesn't let her push him into what she wants to do. Like, she can't manipulate him. She's eating cheese so that she doesn't feel bad after her breakup. Augie is like disappearing, right? And he says to Ava, like, as a ghost, I love you. He says, I love you to Ava. Ava's like, did you hear that? And she's talking to Topanga, but it's Augie. I thought they couldn't hear him, you know? So then here we go, 3 o'clock. Maya is about to beat up Retna, but she's they're both confronting each other, and Maya is pretty much forced by Riley to sit in the bay window area of their hallway. Riley explains to Maya, I know about your home life, like if you need to talk to someone, talk to me, I'm a good listener. Is that a thing? That Riley's a good listener? I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong. So Maya's like, how do you know about my dad leaving me? And it's kind of like sad. Oh, and then Lucas comes in. He's protecting Riley from Maya, but now he realizes that he doesn't need to protect Riley from Maya anymore because they're becoming friends, yada yada. And then now, this is scary by the way, this face. Smackle and Farkle are together now. Yay shipping. Thunder, lightning, everything changes back to the normal thing that we know as Girl Meets World, which is that they're both friends and everybody's together and everybody's happy.
Everyone is together. The world is at peace. Everyone is in love.
How can you tell?
I'm that tall.
Augie is finally visible to everybody again. He's happy about that. And the funny thing is when Maya asks Riley, who is this? And Riley's like, my brother. And then Augie's like, yay, he's happy that people can see him and that he's not gonna die. And then Maya chases after him, which is really funny. Even though she could totally catch him. Corey opens up Riley's window in order for her to like get some fresh air and to let the butterflies in, which would kind of be bad because butterflies multiply. Then they leave, Corey and Topanga leave, and Maya comes in, yada yada, they're happy, and they met. So everything's back to normal, and that's the end of the episode. There was that last part, you know, the Michael Jacobs part at the end with that Halloween music, like what the heck. But that's the end of this episode, that's the end of the recap. Now let's go into my thoughts. I definitely would say that there were a lot of things that were left unexplained in this episode, which kind of brings down my grading, my mark for this episode, because I really think that if there was like some logical explanation as to why Augie would disappear or was never born if Maya never met Riley or vice versa, then that would have made the episode make a lot more sense rather than leaving it all to our imagination. Really, there should not be a reason as to why Augie is not born because of Ryla, you know? I don't know. That was confusing. Also, the Zay part with Lucas. I mean, I guess you can say that like their friendship broke off because Lucas wanted to be alone or they got into fight. To watch the episode again. So those were the negative parts. I do always love seeing the girls, you guys know that. The moms are really sweet of the two little girls. They're always liking and retweeting my tweets like hello. They're great. I love the little girls and it's great that they have them currently. I think that's my own personal opinion, but I always like it because of the Bay Window episode. You guys know I have a sweet spot for that. Bay Window was like the episode that I think I cried the most in watching, and that was the first time I ever reacted to a Girl Meets World episode. I just got a comment of someone saying I ship Arkle really bad. Thank you. Go Ray Arkle. I did like the Lucas part because Lucas, I think he was used better in this episode. I like the way they used him. Except for the beginning. Let me know what you guys think of this episode. What else? I like the Ava and Doi thing. The Corey thing and the lessons thing I already explained. Not Beanie, but he could do better. Honestly, it has to be the best episode, Halloween episode of the series, Girl Meets World. I heard from one of my friends on Twitter, @Princess Magic, Mad Dog 6. She said that someone that went to the taping that is a friend of hers said that the writers wanted to make the other 2 episodes better than what they were, but Disney, you know, they had to do it the way Disney wanted them to. But then with this episode, they were able to have like more freedom to do what they wanted, which was okay. Honestly, I think it was better. I don't know what other people think. Maybe I'll watch it again. I don't know. But yeah, that's my thoughts on this episode. Let me know what you guys think. I would give this episode a 7.5 out of 10. So yeah, so let me know what you guys thought of this episode. Leave it in the comments below if you want. And we are very close to 1,000 subscribers. That's amazing. Twitter shout out time. Please give a big follow to @SabrinaTheBay on Twitter. She's always liking and I think also retweeting my tweets. She's awesome. I love her. I think we had a conversation one time about The Outsiders, literally on Twitter. Like, if you guys didn't know, The Outsiders is one of my favorite books, if not my favorite book of all time. That is my book, and I read it in grade 8, so that was pretty long ago. So follow her, and that's the end of this video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you want. The subscription button is right over there. Remember, we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month. All my social media accounts are right over here. Follow me especially on Twitter, because that's where I keep in contact with you guys and give you guys shoutouts and yada yada. My latest video, which is my Girl Meets World of Terror 3 reaction video, is right over here. My Girl Meets Her Monster promo reaction is right over here. And my announcements video is right over here, so check it out. And I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for always watching. Mwah. I hope you guys are having a really nice day or night or whatever time you guys are watching this. And remember, guys, there is no end to your horizon, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Let's give a shout out.